Okay, so everyone wants to know how AI is really changing things, right? Not just the hype, but how it's actually impacting everyday life for people like you and me. So we're going deep into the world of Gemini and ChatGPT. We've got tons of real-world examples, articles, blog posts, even social media buzz. And some of these are pretty wild.
You know what's fascinating?
Yeah.
We're seeing people using these AI tools in ways that, I mean, we never imagined. Like, remember trying to pick a restaurant with a group?
Oh, yeah.
Endless scrolling through Yelp?
The worst.
Now imagine AI suggesting places based on, like, everybody's preferences, dietary restrictions, even the weather.
Genius.
No more endless scrolling.
That's Gemini, right? The Google one.
That's right. You know those choose-your-own-adventure books?
Oh, yeah. I used to love those.
Some developers are using Gemini to create interactive stories where the AI tailors the plot based on your choices, complete with visuals and even music. Talk about bringing stories to life.
Hold on. So I could, like, ask Gemini to write me a custom bedtime story for my niece where she gets to be the hero.
Exactly. It can even adapt the story based on her age and interests.
Mind blown. And ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's more text-based, right?
Uh-huh.
I saw someone used it to, like, analyze this huge data set for their research project. Apparently save them weeks of work.
Absolutely, yeah. People are using it to write code, too, which is mind-boggling. Like, you can describe the function you want, and boom, ChatGPT just spits out the code for you.
Wait, seriously? So even if, I don't know, like, a single line of code, I could still use it to say, like, automate that super tedious report I have to do every month?
Yep. You could tell it exactly what you need the report to do.
Wow.
Like pull data from specific spreadsheets, calculate certain values, even format it nicely. Boom, done.
Okay, I need to get on this ChatGPT train.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm picturing it writing my emails, drafting blog posts, maybe even tackling that novel I've been putting off.
That's the spirit. And there's more. Imagine prepping for a job interview.
Oh, gosh, the worst.
A lot of people find that stressful, right?
Yeah.
Some people are feeding ChatGPT the job description and having it generate potential interview questions.
Really?
Then it creates like tailored answers based on your resume and experience.
Oh, wow.
Even offers feedback on your responses.
It's like having a personal interview coach. Minus the awkward silences.
Exactly. And speaking of pushing boundaries, I came across some interesting examples of people using ChatGPT in more therapeutic ways.
Really?
Almost like a digital journaling experience.
Is that actually helpful or just a novelty?
Well, that's the thing. These tools are still really new, but people are finding it helpful as like a judgment-free space to express their thoughts and feelings, even to explore different perspectives, practice mindfulness techniques.
Almost like having like a supportive friend available 24/7.
Yeah.
Obviously not a replacement for actual human interaction or professional help. Right. And we need to talk about the differences between these two, right? Because they're not exactly interchangeable.
Exactly. And I think the most obvious difference is where they come from.
Okay.
Gemini, being from Google, is seamlessly integrated with everything in the Google ecosystem. Search, Gmail, even YouTube music. So if you're already living in that world, Gemini just feels like a natural extension.
Which is super appealing, but maybe not so much if you're not, you know, a Google devotee.
Right.
So what about ChatGPT? Where does it fit in?
Well, it's more of a platform agnostic tool, meaning it's not tied to any specific company or ecosystem, so it's super versatile.
Okay.
It can be integrated into a wide range of applications and services.
So ChatGPT is kind of like the free spirit, while Gemini is the homebody who loves their routine.
That's a great analogy. And it highlights their strengths and limitations. Gemini excels at understanding and interacting with different media types.
Yeah.
It's not limited to just text. It can analyze images, interpret audio, even process videos.
Wow. So you could literally, like, show Gemini a picture of a dish you want to make and ask it for the recipe.
Exactly. Or use it to create a presentation from a series of images. Or even find a specific moment in a long video without having to scrub through hours of footage.
Okay. I'm officially impressed. But we did mention limitations earlier.
Right.
What's the catch with Gemini?
Well, it does have usage limits, especially if you're using the free version or the ones integrated into Google Workspace.
Okay.
And some people find it less capable when it comes to tasks that go beyond simple text processing. It might need to rely on other tools to get certain things done.
So it's like a multi-talented artist who sometimes needs help with the heavy lifting.
I like that. Now, ChatGPT has a different set of limitations.
Okay.
Its knowledge base only goes up to September 2021, so it doesn't have access to real-time information. which can be a drawback.
So it's like a brilliant scholar who hasn't quite caught up on current events.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But what it lacks in real-time knowledge, it makes up for in its ability to handle like complex queries and maintain context throughout a conversation. It's like talking to someone who remembers everything you've said,
right,
and can follow along with even the most intricate lines of thought.
So if I need to research a complex topic or have a deep conversation about a nuanced subject, ChatGPT is the way to go.
Exactly. And this ability to understand and respond to nuances in language is what makes it so popular for creative writing tasks, like composing poems, writing screenplays, even generating music.
It's like having a creative collaborator who's always ready to like brainstorm and bounce ideas around.
Totally.
That's awesome.
And here's where ChatGPT really shines.
Okay.
It's code interpreter.
Yeah.
Imagine a mini programming environment right inside ChatGPT. You can write code, test it, even debug it without having to switch to a separate application.
So even someone with zero coding experience could use it.
Absolutely. Automate simple tasks, analyze data, even create interactive games. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
That's incredible. But we've been talking about all these amazing things these tools can do, but I'm also curious about their impact on, us as humans.
That's a really important question. And it's something we're going to explore more in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, this is already blowing my mind, and I can't wait to see what other insights we uncover.
It's funny.
Yeah.
We often focus on what AI can do, right? Write code, summarize articles, that practical stuff. But the more I learn about these tools, the more I think about their potential to actually change how we think.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How so?
Well, think about it. If we can offload some of those mental, heavy lifting tasks to AI, research, data analysis, even brainstorming, it frees up our minds for higher level thinking.
So instead of getting bogged down in the details, we can focus on like the big picture, the strategy, the creative vision, the human element that AI can't replicate.
Exactly. There's this fascinating concept called augmented intelligence, where AI doesn't replace human intelligence, but enhances it.
Oh, interesting.
Imagine a doctor using AI to analyze medical scans, not to make the diagnosis, but to highlight areas that need closer examination.
So it's like AI augmenting the doctor's expertise, not replacing it.
Precisely. And that partnership can lead to some incredible breakthroughs.
Yeah.
There was this study where musicians collaborated with AI to compose music.
Wow.
The AI wasn't creating the music on its own. But it was offering suggestions, harmonies, even entire melodies that the musicians could then build upon.
It's like the AI is acting as a muse.
Yeah.
Sparking new ideas, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And that's just the beginning. Think about education. AI could personalize learning plans for each student.
Oh, wow.
Adapting to their individual pace and style.
That'd be amazing.
Or in the workplace, imagine AI helping teams collaborate more effectively by analyzing communication patterns, suggesting ways to improve workflows.
Okay, so AI isn't just about like automating tasks.
Right.
It's about changing the way we approach problems. The way we learn, even the way we create.
Exactly.
But let's get back to Gemini and ChatGPT specifically.
Okay.
We've talked about their strengths, their limitations. What are some of the less obvious ways people are using them?
One thing that stood out to me was using ChatGPT in language learning.
Oh, interesting.
People are using it to have conversations in different languages, practice pronunciation, even get real-time feedback on their grammar.
Wait, so ChatGPT can actually correct your grammar in a foreign language?
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's like having a personal language tutor available 24/7.
I know, it's pretty wild.
What about Gemini? What are some of the more creative ways people are using its multimodal capabilities?
Well, some people are using Gemini to create custom soundtracks for their lives.
What?
They'll feed it a description of their mood or the activity they're doing, and Gemini will generate a personalized playlist that perfectly captures the vibe.
That's so cool. It's like having a DJ in your pocket who knows exactly what music you need to hear at any given moment.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And imagine using Gemini to design your dream home.
Oh, yeah.
You could show pictures of different styles you like, describe your ideal layout, even specify your budget, and it could generate 3D models and floor plans tailored to your preferences.
Exactly. Instead of spending hours browsing Pinterest, you could have AI help you visualize your dream home in minutes.
Wow. And those are just a few examples.
Right.
Every day, people are finding new and innovative ways to use these tools, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
It's true.
Both exciting and a little bit daunting, right? Because like we're standing on the edge of a technological revolution.
Yeah.
And we're not quite sure what the future holds.
That's true. And I think it's important to be mindful of the potential challenges as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
Like what?
Well, one concern is the potential for job displacement.
Right.
As AI takes over tasks that were previously done by humans.
Yeah. If AI can automate so many tasks, what happens to the people who used to do those jobs?
It's a valid concern, and it's something that we need to address proactively. But I also think it's important to remember that throughout history, technological advancements have always led to new job opportunities.
So instead of focusing on the jobs that might be lost, we should focus on the new jobs that will be created.
Exactly. We need to adapt our education systems and training programs to equip people with the skills they need to thrive in this new AI-powered world.
It's like instead of fearing the change, we need to embrace it and prepare ourselves for the opportunities it will bring.
I like that. And that brings us to another important point.
Okay.
Access and equity. We need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared by everyone,
right?
Not just a select few.
So it's not enough to simply develop these amazing AI tools. We need to make sure they're accessible and affordable to everyone, regardless of their background or socioeconomic status.
Absolutely. And that means addressing issues like digital literacy, internet access, and the potential for bias in AI algorithms.
It's like we're building a bridge to the future, and we need to make sure that everyone has a chance to cross it.
And speaking of the future, I think it's important to remember these tools are still in their early stages of development. They're constantly evolving, improving, becoming more sophisticated.
So what we're seeing now is just a glimpse of what's to come. What can we expect from AI in the years ahead?
Well, one thing's for sure, AI is going to become even more integrated into our lives. We'll see it in our homes, our workplaces, our schools, even our personal relationships.
Okay, so imagine this. You wake up in the morning. And your AI assistant has already analyzed your schedule, the traffic, and the weather. And suggests the optimal time to leave for work.
Exactly. And as you're driving, your car's AI system is constantly monitoring the road conditions.
Oh, wow.
Adjusting your route to avoid traffic, even suggesting places to stop for coffee based on your preferences.
And at work, your AI colleague helps you prioritize tasks, schedule meetings, even draft emails, freeing up your time to focus on the more strategic aspects of your job.
Right.
And when you get home, your AI-powered smart home adjusts the temperature, lighting, and music to create the perfect ambiance for relaxation.
See? It sounds amazing.
It does.
But also a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Are we going to become so reliant on AI that we lose our ability to think for ourselves?
That is kind of a scary thought.
It is. It's a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
And it's one that we need to be mindful of as AI evolves. But I also believe that AI can empower us to become more human, not less.
Okay, I need you to unpack that for me.
Yeah.
How can AI make us more human?
Well, by freeing us from those mundane tasks. And augmenting our cognitive abilities, AI can give us the time and space to focus on what truly makes us human, our creativity, our relationships, our sense of purpose.
So instead of fearing AI as like a threat, we should see it as an opportunity to become like the best versions of ourselves.
Exactly. AI can be a tool for self-discovery, a catalyst for innovation, and a bridge to a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
Wow. That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
So what are your final thoughts for this part? What do you hope listeners take away from this part of our deep dive?
Well, I hope they come away with a sense of curiosity,
a
willingness to explore the possibilities of AI, and a commitment to shaping its future in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
It's clear that AI is already changing the world in profound ways.
It really is.
And it's up to us to decide what kind of future we want to create. It's like we're standing at a crossroads, right? One path leads to a future where AI is used to like control and manipulate, while the other leads to a future where it, empowers and liberates.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations now.
Right.
While AI is still in its, relatively early stages of development, we have a chance to shape its trajectory to ensure that it's used for good, not for harm.
But how do we do that? It feels like such a massive undertaking.
Well, I think it starts with education. We need to educate ourselves about AI its capabilities and its limitations. We need to understand how it works, how it's being used, and what the potential consequences are.
So it's not just about like teaching people how to code or build AI systems. It's about fostering like a deeper understanding of AI's impact on society as a whole.
Exactly. We need to be having these conversations in our schools, our workplaces, even our homes.
And it's not just about the the technical aspects, right? It's also about the ethical considerations, the social implications, even the philosophical questions that AI raises.
Absolutely. We need to be thinking about issues like bias, privacy, and the potential for job displacement. We need to be asking ourselves tough questions about what it means to be human in a world where machines are becoming increasingly intelligent.
It's like we're writing a new chapter in the story of humanity, and we need to make sure it's a chapter that we're proud of.
And that means being proactive, engaging in dialogue, and demanding that AI be developed and used in a way that aligns with our values.
So it's not enough to simply sit back and watch as AI unfolds.
Right.
We need to actively participate in shaping its future.
Exactly. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's up to us to decide what it will look like.
So where do we go from here? What are some practical steps that we can take to ensure that AI is used for good?
Well, first and foremost, we need to support organizations and initiatives that are working to promote responsible AI development.
Okay.
There are a growing number of groups that are focused on issues like AI ethics, bias mitigation, and the development of AI for social good. So
we can kind of vote with our dollars,
exactly,
so to speak, by supporting companies and products that align with our values.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we can also use our voices to advocate for policies that promote responsible AI development and use. Yeah. We can contact our elected officials, participate in public forums, and engage in online discussions to raise awareness and demand accountability.
It's like we need a collective awakening.
Yes.
A realization that the future of AI is in our hands.
It really is. And it's not just about what we do as individuals, it's also about what we do as a society. We need to foster a culture of collaboration where researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders work together to ensure that AI benefits everyone.
It's like we're all on the same team, working towards a common goal.
And that goal is to create a future where AI empowers us to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. A future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around.
That's a future I can get behind. So, to our listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Gemini and ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But more importantly, we hope it sparked a sense of curiosity, a desire to learn more, and a commitment to shaping the future of AI in a way that benefits us all.
Remember, AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It's up to us to decide what kind of world we want to create.
We've only scratched the surface of what's possible.
Right.
But one thing is clear. The future of AI is filled with both challenges and opportunities.
Yeah.
It's a future that we'll be creating together.
So let's be bold, let's be creative, and let's use AI to build a world that we're proud to leave to future generations.